Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I'm going to share with you this easy technique on how to cook brown rice. If you were like me for years and you didn't want to mess with brown rice because it takes a little bit longer or you can never get it cooked just right and you just settle for the white rice, then I'm going to show you today this real easy technique of how this is going to work. So the difference between brown rice and white rice, if you don't know, so this is your white rice here, this is your brown rice. So the difference between the white rice and the brown rice is they've taken the germ and the bran off of the brown rice, and this is what you're left with, is this white rice. So with a lot of things, when you take off that outer shell of things, you take a lot of the nutrients with it. So if you want the added nutrients back into it that you would get from your brown rice, then definitely try this technique today. So what I've done is I've got 1.5 cups of brown rice, and I measure that out dry, and then I did take it to the sink and give it a good thorough wash. So it does puff up a little bit once you do that, and we're going to add that to our baking dish here. So I've got a 8x8 pan. This is a glass baking dish, and I found this works the best. If you've got a metal one, that will work just fine. You might want to put just a little bit of spray in the bottom of it so it might not stick to it as bad. And then I've got salt here, and you want this to taste if you want to. This is 1 teaspoon, and you can always add this at the end if you want to. I'm going to add mine to it right now, so I've got 1 teaspoon, and I'm just going to add that to my rice and just kind of give it a good shake around. And then I'm going to take a wooden spoon here and just kind of give that a little toss around to get that salt incorporated a little bit into it everywhere. Now I'm going to grab 2 1/3 cups of boiling water, and I'll be right back, and we're going to put that into our glass dish. All right, I've added my 1 1/3 cup. Now I'm going to add the extra cup here to give me 2 1/3 cups of my boiling water, and just kind of give that a little incorporate through to make sure that we get all of the rice covered under our water. Now I've got my oven preheating to 375. Yes, we are going to bake this today. This could not be any easier. And I've taken some aluminum foil here and I've just doubled it. But if you don't want to do that, you can definitely cut it in two. And what we're going to do is we're going to completely seal in the top of this dish with this aluminum foil. We want all that steam trapped inside of there so that it will get through that outer shell on that brown rice and give you a good finished product when we're done. So my oven, again, is heating to 375. I'm going to put this in there for an hour. My oven does cook in an hour. Everybody's cooks a little bit differently, so if you want to check it around 50 to 55 minutes, you definitely can do that. Again, mine will cook an hour, and I'm going to put it in the oven now on the middle rack, and I'll be back and we'll continue with our next steps. All right, I am back. It has been 1 hour. I want to take the foil off the top of this, and we're going to take a look at our rice and move on to our next step. All right, let's take a look at our rice and see what we have. All right, that looks absolutely delicious, and look at that. We've got some good texture on that. So what we want to do now is just take your wooden spoon, and we're just going to kind of fluff this up a little bit. All right, now that we've got our rice fluffed up, looks really good. I'm going to take one of these flour sack towels here, just something light to put over the top of it, and I'm going to let that sit there for 5 minutes and let that steam come out of there just a little bit, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Let's check on our rice now and see what we have. Look at that. That is nice and fluffy, and look at the steam coming out of that. We've got some really nice rice here. So let's put some in a bowl and give it a taste test. Look at that. Look how flaky that is. I know it's going to be good. That is really good. You get that nuttiness of the brown rice over the white rice. It just has so much more flavor than the white rice does on it because it does have those extra nutrients on the things on the outside of the hulls of the rice. So I hope this has inspired you to try this technique to cook you some brown rice. And if you like this video, maybe you might consider giving me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And maybe check out one of these other 2 videos over here. You might find something else you like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And try this technique to cook brown rice. I know you're not going to want to go back to any other way you've ever cooked it before. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now. It's a winner.